Okay, dear students, in the last class we have finished 6.1 exercise. Okay, we are in application of derivatives and 6.1 exercise we have finished in the last class. Now let us see 6.2 concepts in this class. We are not doing any exercise. 6.2 exercise we will go for next class. But whatever the concepts required for doing the 6.2 exercise, we will understand in this class. This we can say 6.2 concepts. Okay, what are these concepts? 6.2. See, increasing and decreasing functions. Increasing function, decreasing functions. How to know increasing and decreasing functions we will see here. And these are application only. Why? Because see, any function, whether it is decreasing or increasing, we have to find. It may be applicable in business or wherever it may be. Whether the thing is increasing or decreasing, like we have to find. Okay. Uh, See, how to find this increasing and decreasing, some concept. See how what I am writing. Okay, see, if x1 and x2, two real numbers are there. See, increasing or decreasing means you have to compare with some other thing. Then only you can, you may be knowing that this is increasing or decreasing. See, function may be one function, but you have to substitute two values in that function. Apply. Then you can find whether first value, second value, based on this, we can find whether the function is increasing or decreasing. Like, okay, or else without submitting this also we can know, but that is second process. First process we are seeing now. Okay, here we are taking two values. What are these values? X1 and x2. These are real numbers only. Okay, real numbers only. X1 and x2 you are taking in any function. Okay, see how we are taking. We are taking like this. You see, x1 is less than x2. Okay, that means, see, these are real numbers. I have already said x1 and x2. In between x1 and x2, x1 is less than x2, which implies if f of x1 is less than f of x2, if, then we can say that function is increasing function. Okay, provided interval also applicable here. Interval x1 comma x2, interval. Sometimes it may be closed interval, open interval, whatever it may be. See, based on the situation, we will take this interval, but you understand that this interval is also applicable. Okay. See, one function is increasing at certain interval means it may or may not be increasing at all real numbers. See, what are these? X1, X2 are real numbers only. We have already told. X1, X2 are real numbers only. If you write like this is going to become interval. See, one function is there. That function between x1 and x2, it is increasing. Means you have to write like this. It may increase or decrease beyond those limits. Less than x1, greater than x2, it may increase or decrease. It depends on the situation. We have to see that function. One function may be continuously increase at all real numbers. One function may be continuously decrease at all real numbers. One another function may be increase or decrease at some numbers, some real numbers. That means of interval. The numbers means interval only, na? Okay. See, this we have understand, but how to analyze this? Okay. See, one small example I am giving. I am taking small function. You see what I am writing? F of x is equal to x. Okay. This is a function. Okay. See, how to know whether this is increasing or decreasing, like, okay, you see now, f of minus 1 is equal to minus 1, f of 0 is equal to 0, f of 1 is equal to 1. Okay. Now you tell me, see, with graph also we can understand, but all functions we need not draw the graph. Okay, let us understand first this without graph, then we will draw the graph also. You see here, input, say if you take these two normal, see x1 and x2, how you are taking here. If you take two numbers, x2 should be greater than x1, like that you have to take, then only this is applicable. Okay, see, I have not written is still decreasing function, constant function. First we are understanding increasing function only. Let us understand slowly. See, x1 say -1, x2 will be 0 or 1, both. Why? Because see, 0 is also greater than -1, 1 also greater than -1. This is 0, this is plus infinity, this is minus infinity, but here -3, -2, -1 will be there. Here 1, 2, 3 will be there. Okay, always 0 is greater than minus infinity, -3 is greater than minus infinity, -1 is greater than -3, -2 is greater than -200. Whatever it may be, minus, if number is bigger, minus side, negative side, the value will be smaller. Value we are talking about, like, okay, here this represent value. Okay, 1 is less than 2, 3 is less than infinity or 10, like that we have to understand. Here you see -1 is less than x 0 or not. Definitely 0, less. You see here how I am writing, x1 is less than x2, that means -1 is less than 0. Okay, now you see f of x1 and f of x2 I have written. See, f of x1 is also -1, f of x2 also 0, then -1 is less than 0, yes, definitely less than 0. Then we can say this is increasing function. Okay, but here you see this function is applicable for all real numbers. X belongs to R, like you can write here, but here x1, x2, some, what we can say, controls are there. Why? Because here we don't know the function, what is the function, but here we know the function f of x is equal to x, that's all. X belongs to R. Whatever the number you take here, that the number is applicable. Two numbers you have to take normally. Why? Because see, to compare x1 and x2, two numbers you have to take. But while taking x1 and x2, x1 should be smaller than the value sake I am telling. x1 will be smaller than x2. Then if you take, automatically f of x1 is always smaller than f of x2. That is why we can say this function is increasing function. Okay. See how I am drawing this graph also. Understand the graph also. See. This is the graph of increasing function. Okay. See, x value from minus infinity to plus infinity goes on increasing, and y value also increasing. Y value also, you see, minus infinity to plus infinity, it is goes on increasing. Y value is this one, x value is this one. Okay. This is called increasing function. Okay. If you understand this increasing function, I am going to rub this, and again we will go for decreasing function. Okay, let us see decreasing function also. See, for decreasing function, same conditions are there. This I am removing, but because controls we may not fix. Sometimes equal to also will be there. What we can say, intervals. Okay, interval I am not writing here. Interval should be there, but interval I am not writing. Why? Because interval may be closed interval or open interval. Depends on the function. It will be applicable. You see here, same like x1, x2 are we are taking, and same like x1 is less than x2 also we are taking. But if function is reversed, You see here, observe here carefully. See, x1 you have taken less than x2, x1 you have taken less than x2, but here f of x1 is less than x2. But here f of x1 is greater than f of x2. Okay, both are reversed. If that is the case, this function is going to be called as decreasing function. You understand now? See, you have given some input, output has come. Again, you have increased the number and given input. But output has been decreased rather than increasing. Increased output, increased input and reduced output. Increased domain and reduced range. If it counts automatically, that function is going to be called as decreasing function. Okay. You see one graph. This is decreasing function. See here also x value goes on increasing, but y value goes on reduced, you see. You understand? This is called decreasing function. Another function is there. Another function. That is constant function. Constant function. Constant function means, see, it will be constant. That's all. Why? Because constant function and neither increase nor decrease function both are different. Neither increase nor decrease function. Afterwards, I will show with graph. Or without graph also I can show. That with example I will show. But let us understand constant function. Say this is constant function. You see here, like constant function graph already we have seen earlier also. Without, irrespective of input, output will be same. It may have some limits. Are continuous, may be continuous or may not be continuous up to certain interval. Say for every function interval may be there or interval may not be there, continuous may be there, but function, if it depends like this. Okay, that means whatever we are talking, decreasing means decreasing up to that interval, or it may be continuous for all real number. Increasing may be up to some interval or continuous for all interval. Okay, see here, this function, this is a constant function, constant. Okay, for this you need not write all these things. Constant, that's all. F of x will be constant, whatever may be the input. F of x1 and f of x2, whatever you give, but same f of x only will come output. Y is output, x is input. See, x is here 3, x is here 10, but y is here 2 or y is here 2 only. Okay, this is constant function. Okay, see, in this concept we take one example. Afterwards we will see with derivation also. With derivation also we can find the function whether it is increasing or decreasing, like. Okay, with after derivation we will take 2-3 examples. Without derivation we take one example. Okay, before that I want to draw another graph. Let us see and tell me what is that function, whether that is increasing or decreasing. Why? Because I have drawn one function, f of x is equal to x. Okay, that function is increasing, like we have decided and we have declared. Okay, now see, I am drawing another function. Say f of x is equal to x square. What is this function? Whether is it increasing or decreasing? You tell me. If you say it is increasing, then you are wrong. Why? Because see, it may be increasing in positive area. 0 to infinity, it will be increasing. 1 means 1 square. Okay, I am writing here, you see. The graph of this. Okay. This is the graph. Okay. X, y. This is origin 0. You say here some point is there. Say this is -4, -2, 0, +2, +4. Okay? Same, equal to r. You see here, -4 to -2 you have increased output. But what happened here on the graph? -4 means here 16 will be there. +4 also 16 will be there. -2 means here 4 will be there. +2 also here 4 will be there. 0 means 0. You tell me now, the input you have increased. -4 greater than, -4 is less than -2. -2 you have given. That means it is greater than -2. That means you have increased the input. X2 is greater. But what happened? Output decreased. How can you write this? From -infinity to from -infinity to 0, the function is decreasing. Why? Because decrease the function. Why? From 0 to +infinity, function is increasing. Okay? Like this you have to write. You see, from -infinity to 0, f of x is decreasing. Decreasing function or decreasing, like you have to write. Okay? From 0 to +infinity, f of x is increasing. Okay, like this you have to understand. See, one function only, same function only, but see, intervals have been changed here. This is interval. This is interval. At certain interval, the function is decreasing. At certain interval, the function may be increasing or decreasing. Like that, you have to understand. Okay, Let us go for one example. Afterwards, we will go for another concept. Okay, let us go. Okay, see this example. First, understand the question. Example. Show that the function f of x is equal to 7x minus 3 is increasing on R. Okay. How to show this? Do you take all real numbers one by one and make this? Not required. Why? Because theory we know. Theory, how to prove and all. See, like that only we will prove. Say I am taking x1 and x2, two numbers, such that x1 is less than x2, where x1 comma x2 belongs to R. Okay? Why? Because on R he wants us to show. On R means entire real numbers, this should be applicable. Let us see. Negative side, positive side, both it will apply. We have to see. Okay? See, x1 is less than x2 I have written. That means I have chosen two numbers, real numbers, x1, x2, and x1 is less than x2. Like that I have chosen. Okay? Now what I am doing, you see, I have multiplied both sides with 7. Okay, that means 7x1 is less than 7x2. Why? Because I have multiplied, that's all. Okay. And afterwards, what I have done? I have subtracted -3 from both sides. 7x1 minus 3 is less than 7x2 minus 3. Now this has become function, you see. Now you write like this. x1 is less than x2 implies 7x1 minus 3 less than 7x2 minus 3 implies f of x1 is less than f of x2. Therefore, function 7x minus 3 is increasing on R. Like this you can write and close this question. But see, this is as per procedure we have done. But now let us understand concept a little bit more deeply. Not deeply, little bit more we understand the concept. Okay, this as per procedure we have done and we have proved, then it has been closed. But let us understand whether really is it the function increasing function for all numbers. Why? Because see, on R means it may be from -infinity to +infinity. In all area it should satisfy this condition. Then only we can say that this is an increasing function. Like, okay, you see, one thing we will do here. See, if you apply 0, what will happen? At x1 is equal to 0, 7 into 0 minus 3, that is equal to minus 3. Okay, one thing. See, now you take two such numbers. Okay, if you take minus 1, then this will be x2 and minus 1 will be x1. Okay, or else I will say at x is equal to 0. Let us see. Here I am not writing x1 and x2. You see, two numbers I will take. Less than 0 you take. What is the number less than 0? I am taking at x is equal to, say, minus 2. Okay, you see here, 7 into minus 2 minus 3, minus 14 minus 3, minus 17. Now you tell me minus 17 is less than minus 3 or not? Yes, definitely less than. That means, see, less number you have taken, less value has come. Or else I can say, first I have taken minus 2, minus 17 has come, I have taken 0, then minus 3 has come. That means I have increased the input and output also increased. Why? Because see, minus 3 is greater than minus 17. Okay, in minus area or negative real numbers, it has been succeeded. Okay, let us see positive number also. At x is equal to 3. Randomly I am choosing. Okay, see, 7 into 3 minus 3, that is equal to 21 minus 3, that is equal to 18 plus 18. Now you tell me 0 at 0 minus 3, but at 3 plus 18, minus 3 to plus 18, whether value is increased or decreased? Increased. That means in both areas, in minus also, plus also, this is increasing function. Okay, now we can say that this is an increasing function, but this calculation you did not do. We can what we can say, write steps like this, and we can close this question. But to understand this question, I have written this calculation. Okay, these are calculations. Okay, not required, but for understanding purpose these are required. Whether really it is a increasing function or not, whether if it is increasing function, really is it increased from minus infinity to plus infinity? Definitely, we have seen whatever the number you take, it is increasing. Okay. Now let us understand another concept. See, here we have not made any derivation or differentiation. With differentiation also we can see the function. Here this is a simple linear function, that is why we came to know by doing this the function is increased or maybe decreased, depends on the function. But sometimes functions may not be this much simple. Then how to do? You have to do differentiation. Okay. See what I am doing here. Okay. Now just let us go back the mean value theorem again. Mean value theorem I am writing again. Why? Because see, from this only we are going to derive that concept. Mean value theorem. What is the mean value theorem? Mean value theorem is some function f should be there and a real function. This is one condition. I am writing horizontally. Okay, not writing vertically, horizontally. This is the function, a real valued function. Okay, mean value theorem. Afterwards, you see that should be continuous. Okay, but differentiable. Is it okay, these conditions? First you see, the function will be real valued function, first condition. Second condition, then the function should be continuous between these intervals a and b. Here a and b we have written, earlier we have seen x1, x2, both are same. Why? Because see, x1, x2 belongs to R, ab also belongs to R, ab also belongs to R here. Always a to b you are taking means b will be bigger than a. This also you know very well, a is less than b. Definitely, this all we have seen earlier. Okay, these are not new for us. Rather than a and b, we can take x1, x2. Okay, afterwards what is important? Important is like this. You see, f dash c, already differentiable like we have told. That means f dash c will come. What is this f dash c? C may be any one point between this. At that point, f of b minus f of a divided by b minus a will happen, this f dash c. Is this the mean value theorem or not? Definitely mean value theorem. If it is Rolle's theorem, f dash c is equal to directly 0. That's all. All these conditions will apply. But for Rolle's theorem, f dash c will be equal to 0 for Rolle's theorem. But for mean value theorem, f dash c is not equal to 0. F of b minus f of a, like that we will do. You see here what I am writing. Now I am changing this. You see this function. See, already we have done this like this only. F dash x is equal to, shall I write f dash x2 minus f dash x1 by x2 minus x1? You first compare and tell me. Definitely I can write. See, here this is x, not x1 or x2. This may be in between x2 and x1, this point. Here also C may be point between A and P. At that point, this is going to happen like we have studied in mean value theorem. Okay. See, these intervals all we are going to apply again in this also. Increasing, decreasing function also. Okay. You see, shall I write this like this? F of x2 minus f of x1 is equal to f dash x into x2 minus x1. Okay. This denominator is going to multiply this. Is it okay? Definitely okay. Okay. Then shall I write like this? F dash x is greater than 0. Why? Because it's not 0. 0 means Rolle's theorem. But you may tell, sir, it may be less than 0 also. Yes, definitely. F dash x may also be less than 0. Both conditions we will get, but not equal to 0. Okay. So now you tell me, here I want to write this as increasing function. See, proof we are not doing. The proof is not required. This is called a decreasing function. Okay, that means if any function is there, then derivation of that function, if it is greater than 0, that function is called increasing function. Less than 0, derivation, see f dash, x. Decreasing. When the derivation is less than 0 is called decreasing function. Okay, like this concept also we can use for differentiation. Why? Because see, like 7x minus 3 as seen earlier, like that simple functions will not come. Complex functions will come. Trigonometric function will come. 7x cube plus 3x square minus 6x, like that functions will come. At the time you have to do differentiation, derivation. By doing derivation only you can find whether this function is increasing or decreasing. Like, why? Because limits they will give, then that those limits you can apply. ABR limits, like you can think. ABR limits you can think. These are limits A to B. Lower limit, upper limit. Intervals. Okay, those intervals we can apply and see whether the function is increasing or decreasing. See, the same function may be increasing and decreasing also. Depends on certain limits. Okay, but finally what we have understand this concept, derivation. If derivation of a function is greater than 0, the function is increasing function. Derivation of a function is less than 0, the function is decreasing function. Like that we can say. Okay. Derivation equal to 0 if you can make, and you can find interval also. If they don't give interval, derivation you can make equal to 0 and you can find intervals. Okay. See, these all concepts by examples we can understand more clearly. Another 2 or 3 examples we will take. Then we will stop this class. Next class we will start exercise. Then more elaborately we can understand all these concepts. Okay. Let us go for one example. Okay, see this example. First of all, understand the question. Show that the function f given by f of x is equal to x cube minus 3x square plus 4x, where x belongs to R, is increasing on R. Increasing on R means there is no interval. That means for every value it should be increasing. Minus value, negative value, positive value, at 0, all. That means increasing means you have to take 2 values normally. Increasing. But you see here, rather than doing these calculations, you can do derivation And derivation, if it comes greater than 0, then we can prove that this is increasing function. Okay, that also you can show. So how to prove derivation? Derivation also like equation only will come. Then how can we say that this is increasing function? Some logic is there. You see how I are proceeding here. Okay. Once again I am writing f of x. You see, f of x is equal to x cube minus 3x square plus 4x. Okay. See what I am doing? We are doing derivation. Okay, f dash x. Why? Because see, in the second process, derivation, this should be equal greater than 0. Then we can show that this is why was increasing only. He asked us to show f dash x is equal to see 3x square minus 6x plus 4 will come. Is it okay? First you see derivation, 3x square minus 6x plus 4. Definitely okay. Now you see what I am doing. F dash x is equal to 3 I am taking x square minus 2x plus 4. Is it okay? Definitely okay. You see 3x square minus 6x plus 4. Plus 4 is separate. Okay. See how I am changing. I am converting this. That is equal to 3 into x square minus 2x plus 1 plus 1. Is it okay? Definitely okay. You see, x square minus 2x is there earlier also, but plus 1 I have included. That means 3 is there. That is why I have reduced it this 4 to 1. Why? Because 3 plus 1, 4 is there. What is the advantage? This is advantage. You see how I am writing. 3 into x minus 1 whole square plus 1. 3 separate you take. See, x minus 1 whole square you expand. X square plus 1 minus 2x. Okay, now you tell me whatever the number you give here. Whatever the number you give, see you have given 0. 0 minus 1 means minus 1. Minus 1 square means plus 1. Plus 1 into 3, 3. 3 plus 1, 4. Is it greater than 0? Definitely greater than 0. Okay. Now, rather than 0, I have given minus 1 or minus 2, whatever it may be. Say minus 2 I have given. Minus 2 I have given. Minus 2 minus 1, minus 3. Minus 3 square plus 9. Plus 9 into 3, 27. 27 plus 1, 28. Greater than 0? Yes. You go for positive side number. 2. 2 I have taken. Positive. 2. 2 minus 1, 1. 1 square, 1. 1 into 3, 3. 3 plus 1, 4. Greater than 0? Yes. That means whatever the number you give in real number, this is going to make f dash x is greater than 0. Okay? Therefore, f dash, not f dash x, f of x is increasing on R. Okay? This is the proof, that's all. See, this is advantage, f dash x. If you do, this is advantage. Okay? Let us see one more example. 2 more examples we will see. Okay? Let us go. Okay, see, next example. This example is very important. Understand this carefully. Prove that the function f of x is equal to cos x. Here function is cos x. Okay? See, 3 conditions they have given. First condition, first interval at 0 to pi, but not 0. Not equal to 0 or not equal to pi. Greater than 0, less than pi. You know very well. This is open interval. All are open intervals only. But one by one we see. Open interval of 0 to pi means 0 you should not take. Pi also you should not take. Greater than 0 you have to take. Less than pi you have to take. Okay. In this area, in this interval, the function is decreasing like you have to prove. Okay. From pi to 2 pi. That means not equal to pi, not equal to 2 pi. Greater than pi, less than 2 pi, the function is increasing like you have to show. From 0 to 2 pi, you see from 0 to 2 pi, total all, the function is neither increasing nor decreasing like you have to show. Okay, this they are asking us to show, prove. Okay, see this, what we do, let us do differentiation. You see f dash x is equal to minus sin x. Is it okay? f dash x is equal to minus sin x. Is it okay? Definitely okay. You see now, even without doing also we can do directly cos x also you can take, or after, see, if you do the derivation sin x you have to take. If you don't do cos x you have to take, but we will follow procedure of this derivation only. Okay, you have done the derivation, f dash x has come minus sin x. D by dx of fx is equal to f dash x, that is equal to cos x is equal to minus sin x is going to come. Here two circle diagrams I am drawing, one with values, one with angles. Okay, you see angles we know we need not draw, but even though I am drawing. These two circle diagrams are for sin theta only, sin x. Okay, I am writing here sin x. Okay, see angles I am drawing. You see 0 angle or 2 pi angle, both are same. Here this is pi by 2 angle. This is pi angle. This is 3 pi by 2 angle. Okay. See for sine all silver teacups, all sine. For sine all silver teacups, all sine. Okay, positive. Okay. Now see these are this is for angle sake, but value sake at 0 or 2 pi the sine is 0. At pi by 2 the sine value is 1. At pi again sine value is 0. At 3 pi by 1 sine value is minus 1. Is it okay? Definitely okay. See, these are overall values, but even then we will take certain values at certain area. We know very well 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, 1. Okay? 0, 0 degree, and at 30 degree 1 by 2, at 45 degree 1 by root 2, at 60 degree root 3 by 2, at 90 degree 1. Like that we know. Okay. Now see goes on, we take one by one. A f dash x at 0 to pi. You see f dash x I have written, but finally we will write function f of x is increasing or decreasing, like. Okay. See finally you have to write, you are comparing at f dash x, but finally you are writing function f of x. Okay. Now you tell me f dash x at 0 to pi means what will come? 0 you should not take. You see what I am writing, f dash in x area 0 I should not take. From 0 to pi, any value if I take, whether this value is my plus or minus, plus only. You see, I am taking pi by 2. Pi by 2. You see, I am taking pi by 2. Okay, that is equal to minus of sine pi by 2. Is it okay? Definitely okay. Minus of plus 1. This is plus 1. This is minus 1. Minus of plus 1. That is equal to minus 1. Minus 1 is less than 0. Then shall I say f of x at 0 to pi is decreasing. Why? Because you see, I have taken only one value, but whatever the value you may take, all positive values will come. Okay, all positive values. But before that minus symbol is there. See here positive value you will get, but that minus symbol is going to make this as negative symbol. That means always these values are going to become less than 0. That is why from 0 to pi function is decreasing. 0 to pi function is decreasing. This you have proved. Like this you write. You write like this. You have written already. F of x at 0 to pi is decreasing. Why? Because only one example I have taken. This is applicable to R. Why? Because by seeing these figures immediately, examiner or you can understand easily. Okay? Now I am rubbing this. I am going for increasing function. Second B. Okay? You see how I am writing. Same f dash x will be like this only. Why? Because this you don't change. Now let us go for B. B f dash x at pi to 2 pi. Pi to 2 pi. Okay? We are seeing whether it is really increasing or not. Okay, you see what I am writing. See, pi to 2 pi. This is 0 plus 2 pi, both 0 and 2 pi, both pi to 2 pi. Shall I take 3 pi by 2? F dash 3 pi by 2 is equal to minus of sine 3 pi by 2, that is equal to minus of, you see here minus is there, 3 pi by 2 minus sine x minus 1, that is equal to plus 1. This is greater than 0. If f dash x is greater than 0, what is that? Increasing function. Write down increasing. Write down f dash x is greater than 0 at pi to 2 pi. Therefore, f of x is increasing at pi to 2 pi. You understand now? Like this you have to write it. Okay, now you come for this one, neither increasing nor decreasing at 0 to 2 pi. Again you tell me the same function you will write for each value. Positive and negative both will come. You see here, from 0 to pi positive and pi to 2 pi negative, but another negative symbol it is going to making, this is negative, this is positive. But only one number is not coming, both positive and negative numbers are coming. But this is not constant. Constant means constant like you can write, but this is not constant. Increasing and decreasing both are happening. That is what you can write. In this area, the function is neither increasing nor decreasing, like that you can write and close. Why? Because you cannot decide whether it is increasing or decreasing. That is why you write neither increasing nor decreasing. Net result is 0. We can say net result is 0. That is why you can write it neither increasing nor decreasing. Okay? Okay. If you understand this, we'll go for one more example. Okay? Let us go. Okay. See this example. Find the intervals in which the function f given by f of x is equal to x square minus 4x plus 6 is increasing, decreasing. See, the function is increasing and decreasing, he only telling. But intervals are there. At certain interval, the function is increasing. At certain interval, the function is decreasing. Those those intervals you have to find. Okay? Same function increasing and decreasing both is happening, but intervals are there. Those intervals you have to find. Okay? Let us find. Let us find how to find, and let us see. Function is there. Directly we will do differentiation. F dash x is equal to 2x minus 4. Is it okay? Definitely okay. You see, earlier they have given interval and we have tested. But here they have not given interval. Then how to find interval? You make f dash x is equal to 0. F dash x is equal to 0 makes 2x minus 4 is equal to 0. So we are finding interval. See how the steps are we are doing. Okay, 2x minus 4. That means 2x is equal to 4, x is equal to 2. That means x will be the midpoint, and you see how I am writing. Minus infinity to plus infinity is there, but in between center 2 is there. That means, see, minus infinity to plus 2, whether increasing or decreasing may come. From plus 2 to plus infinity, whether increasing or decreasing may come. Both are different are going to come. Okay, see what will happen and all. One by one I am doing. Okay, see, shall I take 2 to, no, I will take minus infinity to 2. Minus infinity to 2 means rather than plus side, I will take minus side only. Shall I take minus 2? At x is equal to minus 2. Okay, you see what will happen. F dash x is equal to 2 into minus 2 minus 4, that is equal to minus 8. This is less than 0. Shall I write here decreasing? Okay, you may take any number, but same thing is going to happen. Okay, see, at x is equal to, say I am taking 3. 2 to plus infinity, but 3 I am taking. Okay, f dash x is equal to 2 into 3 minus 4, that is equal to 6 minus 4. 2, is it greater than 0? Definitely greater than 0. Then what can you write? You can write increasing. Finally, what you are writing like this, you see. F dash x is decreasing at or in minus infinity to 2. Okay? Or else you write f of x only. F of x only. Okay? Decreasing. F of x is increasing at 2 to plus infinity. You know? Any example you can take. See, I have taken here 3, here I have taken minus 2. But anything if you take, then automatically these results are going to come. That means intervals here ask, these are the intervals. These are the intervals. Find the intervals. These are intervals. Minus infinity to plus 2, decreasing infinity. Plus 2 to plus infinity, increasing interval. Okay, why? Because f dash x, if less than 0 comes means decreasing, f dash x is greater than 0 means increasing. Okay, okay, we will stop this class here. I think sufficient examples we have taken to understand the concepts. Next class we will start exercise 6.2. Okay, thank you very much.